But this person claims to have been Digital Princess's maid nanny, and they have so much tea. You know, it's interesting. Digital Princess left my Discord. Probably because she couldn't handle the criticism, just like she can't handle her own child. Got him! Boo 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 boo! It's actually not funny. It's terrible. It's sad. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, you can go watch the video on there. I got it on there. Papa Gut. It's probably under the Serious Allegations playlist. But basically, Digital Princess, she neglected her 4-year-old child. She left the kid home went at like 9 o'clock at night and just went out. Home alone. Her parents were like across the street. Her mom and her cousin. They could have watched the kid, but she decided to run out. She made some BS excuse about how she was getting laundry detergent. She came back home with a half-empty bottle of laundry detergent. You know, obviously you didn't buy that from a store if it's half empty. And she didn't come back home until like 11 o'clock, and that's after the cops came in. Now, she claimed that she was home the whole time, but the police report says otherwise. But this isn't about that. This is about a minor update. So apparently this person is the maid of Digital Princess. Who knows at this point? Maybe that's true. I don't know. Let's see what they got.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it. Let's see what they got for us. See if it's interesting.
Okay. First off, to start, this isn't about child neglect or anything like that. This is a personal issue. So first off, I believe...
Are you just going to tell us that Digital Princess is kind of weird? Because we all already knew that.
I was trying her best with him as
she's not.
I was around a lot. I saw things.
You can't try your best if you... Like, that's not even like a small thing. Like, dude, you can't just leave your kid alone home at night when you have like a support system right across the street that could watch the kid just so you can have some fun. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you're not trying your best if you can't do a very basic, simple thing. Like, that's messed up. You know, that's there are error like that's just not trying your best.
As well as all that, but that's not what we're talking about. So what we're talking about is I personally helped her move to Florida. You probably wouldn't know that because she seemed to try to keep me out of videos and photos and stuff like that.
So what?
I have photos.
Why would she keep you in the videos or photos?
Of going there, have videos with Onyx. I'm not, of course, going to show his face or anything, but I'll show proof.
I can actually show you what the kid looks like if you'd like to see.
I want to speak out.
I actually have pictures of it. Of the kid, Princess's kid, Onyx. I can show you right now. I'm going to find it. It's right here, dude. That's just this dumb fucking joke. It cracked me up, though. This is one of the best dad jokes I've ever made, bro. I'm sorry, but it's just too funny. It was a funny joke. I don't give a fuck. I'm killing myself. I'm not actually. I mean, like, I'm cracking myself up right now. Like, I think this is so funny to me. This was so funny to me. I don't know why. It just is. It's just fun. I just like silly jokes sometimes. You know? This is funny. All right, let's get back to the video. Let's get serious.
Because she's not that great of a person when it comes to her business transactions.
What does that mean?
So I was promised no dollar amount was spoken about, but she posted on her Facebook. She posted this.
Hey y'all, I'm trying to go to Florida. Figure out the best way to get myself to Florida. Who would be interested in $2,000 cash to drive a U-Haul to Florida with me? Gas will be covered, and I'll buy your plane ticket back. Edit. It will be Fort Myers, Florida. Wait, shut up. Fort Myers, Florida. Either something last week of July or that's weird. That's very weird. Okay, this is why this is weird to me. So I've kept myself pretty updated on the situation, and one of the things is that like the Digital Princess said that she left where she was to escape somebody that was stalking her. So if that's the case, why are you posting on social media about where you're going to go to move? Doesn't that seem that's a little sus?
$2,000 in cash, and I was that someone that went with her. The trip wasn't that great.
You actually drove?
By lightning. Some dude
I doubt that.
crashed into us. We were in the
You guys probably almost crashed into that
car
dude.
most of the time. I drove a shit ton. Yes, she drove a shit ton too. The reason I'm upset is I took off 4 days of work, and I just work at a restaurant. I'm a line cook.
Okay.
Like, I don't make that great. I'm a mother myself.
Okay.
I did this being told I'd make good money off of it.
Sure.
So, here's...
Yeah, was the flight okay or thing? Yeah, super smooth, and I had a TV both flights. Hey, Marissa, hope Florida's treating you well. I just messaged if I could get paid for the trip. Oh my god, yes, of course. Doing that now. No, all good. I'm just ready to get in my new bumper by Tuesday. So, oh wait, so she legit said that she'll pay somebody $2,000 to drive with her, and then, bro, this, I mean, like, I'm just making an assumption, but they went from iMessage to text message. Did she fucking block her right after she asked for money? What the hell?
Here's me talking about when she sent me home on a plane. Yeah, it was cool and whatnot. I waited a couple, like, days to ask her about paying. Well, I think it was like a week for her to pay me because she hadn't paid me yet. And then she was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then my text went green.
Dude, what the
so
fuck?
I just assumed she blocked me, but I haven't responded to her since. And then she sent this. So as you can see, she only paid $250.
Okay.
That is...
Damn, why do you have so many people sending people stuff? I don't know how PayPal works.
For her business transactions.
Trying to find the Facebook post again. $2,000 cash to drive a U-Haul to Florida for me. Hey y'all, I'm trying to figure out the best way to get my stuff to Florida. So who would be interested in $2K cash to drive a U-Haul to Florida for me? I'm only like looking at this is because like they drove together, so maybe they changed the agreement with how much money they would get. I don't really know. Because they drove together and they both drove. They didn't drive the U-Haul for them.
As you can see, she only paid $250. That is her thing for her business transactions. So honestly, if I wanted to clout chase, I feel like I would have been telling people the whole time, like I was her maid and like part-time babysitter, nanny, whatever you want to call it. But I just think that kind of sucks, and I'm not a vindictive person, but it's pretty shitty what a poor baby had to go through, and I just want to vent. Okay. I mean, I got pictures.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that Digital Princess screwed her over, or did Marissa, whatever you want to say. But it's just like weird to me that in this story, this says like, "Would you want to drive it there for me?" And then they ended up driving together, driving different. You know what I'm saying? So like, this seems like a different scenario to me. This seems like, hey, if you want to drive the U-Haul there yourself, $2,000, or or maybe they, I don't know. To me, it seems like they changed the agreement to something else. Although it seems like Digital Princess blocked her, so like there's something's not adding up. I'm just saying, I'm trying to be contextually accurate. Apparently, this is Digital Princess tattooing a client over a year ago when I was still new to tattooing and not very good. There's cat sounds. Us getting along pretty well. What are these sounds? Are dogs? Is dogs yelling? Her sleeping with my coworker, firing me. How did they doxing me, starting drama in my industry, causing me to have PTSD over my job, threatening my son and his well-being for views. All for views? Then I find out there's more people and artists she's done. Well, where's like the evidence? Like, is there any more information here, or is that all we have? How old is this video? 6 days ago? It's this video. This tattoo reveal. So why now?
So why now is a really good question. Basically, ever since she doxed me online here on TikTok to the 5 million whatever that she had on the video,
What did she? How'd she
I'm
dox
fucking
her?
afraid. Like, if I had said
Does anybody know what the original doxing video was?
nothing and she had doxed me, what would she do if I had said something? Like, make it make sense, okay?
What is the scenario that they're talking about?
When you're processing trauma, like, that's...
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Like, listen, I'm not trying to be that guy, but, like, what scenario are they talking about? What happened? Like, everything's like, my thing is, like, not everything is a trauma. You getting doxed means different things to different people. Like, what does that mean that she said the business that you go to, that you work out, and that's doxing to you? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't know the specifics of the situation.
Sorry, that's my son. He's little. He's 3. When you're processing trauma,
and it's like,
not static. You don't get to just be like, oh, it's been 30 days, I'm good now.
Yeah, you're
That's
hamming
not
it
how
up
that
a little.
works.
Like, I understand, like, you not wanting to speak out because you're afraid. I get that. But, like, the trauma part, the hamming it up. Like, she could have just been like, yeah, I didn't want to come forward because I was, like, kind of afraid of backlash. That's totally fine. But, like, what? But this is, like, you're hamming it up. So now I tend to not believe you because it seems like you're trying to be as emotionally provocative as possible. And I am very skeptical about people who try to upplay their stories as much as possible. Because if you feel like you need to, like, increase the intensity of the emotions of your video, then I feel like you're not expressing honest emotions yourself.
Okay, I already had PTSD from my ex, my son's dad. Which is a whole nother story altogether, which may tell you guys later, we'll see. But this whole thing caused me to have PTSD over my job. Every time I tattoo someone now, I am in a fucking panic.
Well, what happened? Did she do, like, a bad job, and so Digital Princess got upset with her? Like, did anybody know the original story? Because apparently this was, like, a viral video.
About if
maybe you just suck at tattoos. I don't know. Like,
if they're gonna fucking do this to me.
That's not likely PTSD. That's just job stress. Like, what did they do? I have to find the video.
If there's something wrong with it. And that's fucking terrifying. I don't know why I'm crying. I do know why I'm crying. It fucking sucks. The whole thing fucking sucks. And you people need to know who you've been supporting, okay? It's not just me. I have a whole list of girls in my town who have gone through the same thing or something similar. I have a list of tattoo artists who have gone through the same fucking shit. Okay, it's not one incident. It's not just me. But I am fortunate enough to have a large enough following on TikTok to where I feel comfortable, to where I can get the word out so that other people will know.
I can't find anything.
I recently found out that I may be autistic as well. And
what does that have to do with anything? This is what I'm talking about. She's hamming it up. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know the specific, like, tattoo controversy. Digital Princess may well be in the wrong. But, like,
this whole thing hits me really fucking hard, being a mom.
I don't know. It just sounds like they're hamming it up.
Autistic.
By being a mom, possibly being autistic. Dude, stop. Because, like, here's the problem. I hate this because here's the thing. And this is actually, you have to understand this. A lot of people could have a lot of things. Like, I very well may be autistic myself. Who really knows, you know? But, like, what's the point of a diagnosis? I'm not going to get any extra help. So, like, if you are autistic, you functioned fine in life. Like, yeah, maybe you struggled in some capacity, but you're not going to need, like, an autistic diagnosis. I also don't like people that self-diagnose. Go to the fucking doctor if you feel like you have it.
The reason I bring that up is because when you're autistic, your moral compass is fucking strong, okay?
What are you talking about? Like, you're just saying things now.
I can't not talk about it. I have to talk about it. It needs to be talked about. I've
never heard that being a thing from people with autism. Like,
I can't see.
Where did you read that?
The evil.
Probably on somebody else who self-diagnosed on TikTok.
This person has been doing and not fucking tell you about it. Okay. So with that being said, if you personally have any kind of fucking story about her, let me know. I will share it for you. I will get the word out because people need to fucking
Even
know.
if it is true, since you seem to be very self-aware, like, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Okay, great. Apparently this was the tattoo here. It looks like a spun. It looks as good as other tattoos that she likes. Like I said before, this was a while ago. The thin lines are thick. Whatever. It's not. Like, I don't really care. I just like. What did she complain about it? I had offered to fix whatever she didn't like. I even offered to get her discount laser removal if she, really hated it. Well, I mean, if she hated it that much, you did that bad of a job. I mean, the discount laser removal isn't exactly the best. I don't know. Like, what am I supposed to... Like, it seems kind of, like, silly, like, this whole thing, you know? Like, she's a bad mom, for sure, but not everything has to be... This seems like a dog pile now. Okay, here's more information, I guess, on her.
Digital Princess news. This user, FantaFancy71, is now coming forward of their experience with working with Digital Princess in the past. I'm gonna go ahead and move out of the way so I can let you guys pause to read this.
Yeah, great. I'm done being silent about this. This woman has emotionally abused, doxed, and traumatized not only myself but multiple other people who I've gotten to meet over the past few days because the recent situation is transpiring. I'm not going to sit here and talk about her child. The authorities are involved for a reason. What I'm going to talk about is the emotional abuse and PTSD she caused me. Come on. I feel like people just throw these words around. Did you get like a diagnosis? Like, come on, man. Whatever. Because I hope my story will give others the push to come forward. Backstory, I gave her a beautiful... What is a calico? A cat? 2016, and within a couple months, she got me a job. I worked with her for a couple of years. The beginning of my abuse from her started months after I caught her 3 times stealing money. Wait, I gave her the beautiful calico in 2016, and within a couple of months, she got me a job. I worked with her for a couple of years. The beginning of my abuse from her started months when I caught her 3 times stealing money. She turned from who? She turned coworkers against me and would use subliminal Instagram captions to talk shit about myself as well as the coworkers, lied and said I was obsessed with her and apparently having a problem with her sex work, when in reality it was the captions of bullying that I wanted. Over time, with the captions, she created a fan base who were hungry for my name to harass me. It took getting a lawyer involved for her not to post anything else about me after the screenshot. Had I not done that, I would have been harassed to the point of suicide. Okay, I mean, I don't doubt that she's a terrible person. Maybe there's some validity to this, especially if it's true that like a lawyer get them to stop.
And here is part 2 of the screen cap.
It's only now after she showed her true colors to her own audience that I feel strong enough to stand with other victims, and I will not be silent anymore. If you or anyone knows who have been personally victimized by the individual, please do not hesitate to reach out. You are not alone. Okay, and a bunch of hashtags.
And I will sum this up for you, and she has proof. Basically, this user used to work with Digital Princess at a restaurant years ago. This was before Digital Princess became famous. This user gifted Digital Princess her calico cat, and she started working at the restaurant which Digital Princess managed. This user caught Digital Princess stealing money from the restaurant on 3 separate occasions. When Fanta tried to speak up on Digital Princess stealing money, Digital Princess spun the situation and began vague posting about Fanta online. There's also a power dynamic here, as Digital
Being
Princess
a manager is great because when the coworkers are a dick to me, I can be a bigger dick back and send them home early while they are freaking out, thinking they're getting fired. Yeah, that's actually pretty shitty. If you actually caught her stealing money, you should have went to a manager, though. There's obviously somebody who's above Digital Princess. I mean, there's clearly no way that she would be like a legit... She's probably like a shift manager because she's an incredibly irresponsible person in general.
The manager and this other user was an employee under her. So here you can see Digital Princess saying, being a manager is great because when coworkers are a dick to me, I can be a bigger dick back and send them home early while they freak out and think they are fired. Lols.
That's actually really terrible when you really like let it sink in. I mean, like I understand like it's a joke, but then also that's not really like an appropriate joke. You're like, hey, I'm a manager, so I could just like fire you, and you'll think you're getting fired. She probably doesn't have firing authority because I doubt that she was like an actual like. She's probably like a shift manager, but still, that really fucks people up, especially if they need work. So that's actually pretty. I would say that's abusive and manipulative, honestly.
Digital Princess also made her own narrative. She made fantastic.
Marissa strikes back. I can't wait to post the best post next week about the person who is fucking creepy and obsessed with me. Here's another post for you to screenshot. I can't wait to take
to be a creep because she was screen capturing posts which she was being vague posted about in. The only reason Fanta was screen capping these posts was to show that Marissa was vague posting about her. But Marissa spun it to be, Fanta's obsessed with me and obsessed with my body and how I look. Fanta is such a creep. So here's the screen cap. This is from a couple of years ago. So it says, Marisha strikes back. I can't wait to post the best post next week about this person who is fucking creepy and obsessed with me. Here's another post for you to screenshot. Can't wait to tag your Instagram and full name. And here we go. Marissa saying,
this girl I blocked still screenshots my butt pics and sends it to people saying she's still doing. You're so fucking crazy. Why do you even care what I post? Like, you've never seen a butt before because yours is flat and look like a boy. That's kind of rude. Well, my thing is like, is that actually happening? Why are you doing that? I'm just saying, like, if she's actually screenshotting pictures of, like, Pokey Princess's ass, and then the story sounds like Marissa's a manager, and she has coworkers or people she works with, or subordinates, and they all talk, and so this person here is sending pictures of Digital Princess's ass to other coworkers, and then they're telling her that they're sending her ass. And it's like, yeah, why are you doing that? This is just so weird.
Saying that Fanta is screen capping her butt pics when that's not the case. Fanta is only screen capping things where she is vague posting about her. And here you go, you can see Marisha shaming Fanta's body in the last sentence. It says, you care what I post like you've never seen a butt because yours is flat and you look like a boy.
I mean, if you're going to be weird and constantly take pictures of someone's ass, I mean, you get body shamed, like, whatever. I'm not going to be on the body shaming fucking thing.
So this is the last exchange Fanta had with Pokey Princess. She says, just want to say thank you for being the reason I left restaurant. I make more money than you ever will. With all the new photos you'd screenshot and send to people. Thanks, little boy. BRB, gotta shake my baby now.
Jesus Christ, that is a little loaded. Alright, so I guess she felt harassed by this person and left. The shake the baby thing is probably a joke about this Fanta person probably joking or making comments about her being a terrible mom, which turned out to be true. So
here is Pokey Princess.
Wait, I want to see the response. What the fuck? Okay, LMAO, good. Something seriously happy. You something because that place is full
little
of shitty
boy,
people.
BRB, gotta shake my baby now. Here is Pokey Princess.
Adults and take some dabs. Hit me up, but if you want to continue the sour attitude, then block me and try to forget me. I'm nobody. Like you said, I'll never make as much as you, so forget about me. And then there's pictures. Does your boyfriend know you're showing that much skin? Better screenshot it and send it to All a Taste of Philly. Don't forget to tell them I'm stealing too. Oh yeah, it kind of does sound like this person is obsessed with, like, let's just keep in context that she's a terrible mother. But like, it doesn't mean that every scenario is like we're gonna dogpile her. It sounds like this person is like super obsessed with Pokey or Digital Princess or whatever, and it pissed her off, and this is why she's doing shit like this. And she probably didn't do stuff like this as much while they were actually working there, because it would be seen as unprofessional or something. I don't know, dude.
Messaging Phantom long after that exchange just to make fun of her. Does your boyfriend know you're showing that much skin? Better screenshot it and send it to everyone at restaurant. Don't forget to tell him I'm stealing too. I would just like to say that Fanta has tried to post about this several times, but her account keeps getting taken down by who we think is Digital Princess, but that's alleged. We are not 100% sure.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like a big nothing burger. I feel like it's so bizarre. It seems like
more Digital Princess.
It seems like people are now coming forward that don't necessarily have like an argument. They don't really have like a solid. Oh my god, shut up. They don't necessarily have like a solid argument to make because they feel like now anybody will just agree with them because the Digital Princess can't really defend herself. Like, I feel like she doesn't have to be an additionally bad person. She doesn't have to be unjustifiably angry about a tattoo or a terrible manager to us to acknowledge that she neglected her child. Like, that's a huge deal. That is a massive no-no. Like, I feel like neglecting your child is objectively and exponentially worse than stealing money from a store. Like, I don't care about that. Like, it just seems like people like, oh, she's a trash person. I mean, maybe, but these other people seem kind of trashy too. Like, I don't know. They're pushing these things out of like in a weird context that doesn't even make sense in the story that they're telling. You know, the first person was like, they didn't pay me the $2,000, but it's like, well, the post you showed said, would you drive the U-Haul down there for me? And then they drove together, which means that they might have changed the contractual agreement. The second person with the tattoo, said that they were doxxed, but they probably just showed like where they were, their place of business or employment, over a shitty tattoo. The third person was like, oh, she was a terrible abusive manager, but it seemed like that person was like sending pictures of Pokey Pinterest's ass to everybody at the store. It's just like, I don't think that this really provides context that she's not a good person. It just seems that like the best argument you have is that she associates herself with trashy people because she's trashy, and like usually people will associate themselves with like-minded people. So they're all sussy. They're all trashy. I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. I'm not trying to be rude. That's just my speculation. But, like, this seems like, you know, we don't need additional layers of being a bad person here. You know what I mean? Like, it's your fucking kid. Left them home at 9 o'clock at night to go get a fucking dick or something. Allegedly. I don't know what else it could be. Full fucking mini skirt and makeup. You know, I'm not a betting man, but I bet that it was for a dick appointment. So...